Power Panel now. We welcome Kevin Walling, a former Biden campaign surrogate, and Rachel Campos-Duffy, the brand new co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend and co-host of the podcast From the Kitchen Table with her husband, Sean Duffy. Wow, great to see you both, and congrats, my friend Rachel. All right, let's start here. You've got crime on the streets. It's New York City. It's still a pandemic. The mayor says, oh, the pandemic will make it all better. You've been in the process of defunding and now you want a refund. How would you describe it all that's happening, Rachel?
Well, we see crime on the street. We see that Mayor de Blasio is trying to say that, quarantine had something to do with it. I think Tucker's report last night was very interesting. It could be that petty crime is up because, we know a lot of kids aren't in school anymore because of Democrat mayors and governors and teachers unions. So there could be from that. But that doesn't explain the increase in crime, not just in New York City, but in so many other Democrat cities. We have a 600% increase in Portland, 56% increase in Minneapolis, 40% in Philadelphia, 27% in LA. It goes on and on. The quarantine cannot explain all of that. And it is exactly what you say. This reimagining police, interesting. Again, if you have private security, it's really easy to talk about reimagining policing. But yes, we've seen defund the police measures. Many of these cities are places where they are defunding, where they're letting people out on bail. So there's a lot of factors going on here.
So, on the Democrat side of this, I have to ask what that word reimagine even really means.
Yeah, Harris, I fundamentally reject any notion of reimagining or defunding the police as a Democrat on this panel. That's one of the reasons why I supported President Biden in the primary, was he fundamentally rejected that as well. He in the 90s actually wrote landmark legislation to increase resources for police, for training, for community policing and recruitment. And that's one of the things that we need now more than ever with these spikes, as Rachel's talking about, not just in these cities that we're seeing, and we're seeing it across the board, but also in suburban areas. For example, the violent crime rate in suburban America is now higher than urban centers. So it's a problem across the board. It's concentrated in many of these cities just because that's where the population centers are. But obviously the administration and Republicans need to come together and work on this issue.
Kevin, so that people don't get confused about which side of the aisle you sit on, because that answer was really polished up. You started with Biden. He has the most power in terms of all these politicians. Why the heck doesn't he speak up? And yeah, he did sort of straddle the line of no defund, but there were a lot of Democrats who were watching what that was doing in their cities, like Henry Cuellar down in Texas, Democrat, Republican, Joe Manchin in West Virginia, Senator Manchin, saying, look, this isn't going to work out. This is not going to work out. Where is Biden on this issue? Maybe he could make a difference. In Kansas City, I just remind everybody, and I'm going to come back to you, Rachel, when things were popping off and breaking to the point where those peaceful protesters had insurgents of rioters among them, the feds were called in by the former President Trump, and the mayor of the city didn't even find out until he checked his Twitter. Sometimes the president will take action. Rachel?
Right. And don't forget, our vice president, then candidate Kamala Harris, was advertising for people to bail out many of these violent protesters who were causing a lot of trouble in these cities. So, the message is wrong. And our guest talked about recruitment. If you know police officers, as I know police officers, they are completely demoralized. And that does come from the top down. That does come from the message that Joe Biden and the Democrat Party have about our police officers. Many of them are retiring early and sadly telling their sons and daughters not to go into this line of work because the reputation that they have, the things that they're facing, the violence that they're facing, and the lack of respect for law enforcement that has we've seen has come out in the last few years has been on overdrive. And you can see why people just don't want to go into the field anymore. But I can add one more thing, and that is culture. Our families are breaking down and faith and morals. And so there's lots of factors going on. And I think our country, this is a moment for us to really look at ourselves and go, where do we want to go? Not just with law enforcement, because there's only so much cops and politicians can do. We have to look at this holistically. I think our culture is in demise.
Well, they're having gunfights in the streets in New York City. And the mayor of New York and the governor of New York don't seem to see it the same way. The governor says, Cuomo says, oh, you need more cops, 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 cops. That's a quote. No, you need more, you need more. And the mayor says, no, we just need to come out of the pandemic. Whatever it is, they got guns in the streets. Let's move on. Meanwhile, Black Lives Matter co-founder, the organization, Patrisse Cullors, has quit as executive director of the group's global foundation. She says the decision has been in the works since last year, but it comes as the self-described Marxist faces criticism over her $3.2 million real estate portfolio now. Lawrence Jones says the organization is losing credibility.
A lot of the families, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor, are upset with the movement because they've been getting all this money. They want justice, but they don't necessarily support the group because the group really isn't advocating for black life. They have their own agenda.
Kevin, as I come to you, the movement, the organization are very different things. And inside the organization, they were going to take a look at where some of her money was going. Remember who she says she is and now what she's doing. By the way, she had a lot of stuff going on to further her own career outside of BLM last year. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Harris, I think it's always a problem when a person becomes the center of attention as opposed to the movement. And clearly we need more transparency, more reporting. There's calls from within the movement to see these kind of records. Obviously, it's a 501c3, so they have to file paperwork with the government in terms of these distributions. But again, I think it's the right thing for her to step down because she's become a distraction and distracted from the important work of the movement when it comes to racial equality in this country.
Hold on. Let's pop up the number. The Associated Press reports the Black Lives Matter Global Foundation took in $90 million last year. While our cities literally were on fire, you saw a BLM movement, but you didn't necessarily see the organization in the streets. You certainly didn't see Patrisse Cullors. If there's video, somebody send it to me where she's like on the streets of Seattle or Chicago or anywhere, Minneapolis, anywhere pulling people together. I'd love to see it. And the foundation disclosed that Cullors took home $120,000 in yearly compensation from 2013 to 2019. However, in the past, Cullors has said that she didn't receive a salary. So I guess you could argue that one way or the other, but she got paid. Last quick thought, Rachel.
Yeah, BLM is a corporation, a Marxist corporation, and clearly it pays. She's stepping down because, where there's smoke, there's fire. She's, as she steps down, she's playing the victim oppressed card, saying that it's, that she's getting, booted out because of right-wing activists going after her. No, she's getting booted out because she is a symbol of the corruption within that organization. And that is why support for BLM has been dropping.
So just to give you a taste of what she's been working on, she says she's leaving to focus on her new book and the release of a program that she's working on with Warner Brothers. So good for her. All right, you two, good to see you. Thank you.